Welcome, dear students, to English e-lessons. Today we are going to start with our next chapter in our book, First Flight. The title of the chapter is The Hundred Dresses, written by Eleanor Esther. This story is given to us in two parts, and here in this particular part, we are going to start with 100 Dresses, Part 1. Let's start with the introduction part, and first let me acquaint you what does it revolve around. This chapter is a sensitive account of a poor girl, Wanda Petronsky, who was Polish by origin and was living in America with her family. She was a poor, shy, and a very quiet girl, and though her friends, her classmates, they didn't mean any harm to her. Yet sometimes children do not realize that your fun can be bad for others who is being made fun of. So before making fun of somebody just because they are not wearing good clothes, good dresses, good shoes, branded everything, we should think twice because it may play a very bad role in shaping up somebody's personality or in giving them a very hard time. So, this story tries to tell us this particular point of view. Let's get started with the introduction first. The lesson 100 Dresses 1 is about a girl named Wanda Petronsky who claims to have 100 dresses. Her classmates they made fun of her because what she claims is in contradiction to the fact that she was always seen wearing the same faded blue dress. Her classmates found her name to be funny because it was a long one, and her surname Petronsky it sounded longer and funnier to them. It was because everyone had easier names than Wanda Petronsky. Her name was different because she was a Polish immigrant, means she had her family had come from Poland to America, who had come to an American town with her family. She was poor and didn't have any many friends. She was quiet and was always seen sitting in the corner of the classroom. The truth about the 100 dresses unveiled when she submitted her 100 drawings in a drawing contest. They were the same 100 dresses she used to talk about. All of them were immensely beautiful. This is the introduction to the chapter that we are going to read now further. She always wears the same faded blue dress. We need to remember this line. We can imagine Wanda Petronsky drawing these beautiful, colorful 100 dresses. So, this is just to enhance your imagination. This beautiful illustration by some artist. Let's get acquainted with the summary, though you might have got an insight into it with the introduction part. The 100 Dresses is a story based on the true experiences of the author about a girl who is teased by her classmates because she is different. Wanda Petronsky, a girl who comes from the poor part of the town, is the only student in her class with a funny Polish name. She is always quiet and always wears the same faded blue dress to school every day. Although she claims she has 100 dresses and 60 shoes at home, all lined up in her closet. The story is told from the perspective of one of Wanda's classmates, Maddie, who is the best friend of the main player in the daily taunting and teasing. Her name was Peggy. There were two girls in her class, Peggy and Maddie, who used to tease her a lot. After Wanda is absent for a few days, her classmates learn that her family has moved away to the big city where they'll not be mistreated for being different. Maddie begins to wonder about the girl She and her friends used to constantly tease and realizes that she knows very little about her. She feels bad. She begins to wonder why they started teasing her in the first place. And Maddie is overcome with guilt for making fun of her simply because she is poor and has a funny name and is different from them. Maddie knows that she should have stood up to her friends and defended Wanda. She feels guilty for not speaking up, for standing by and allowing her friends to tease Wanda. Maddie and her friends later discover that Wanda is a very talented artist and that drawing of 100 beautiful dresses has won the school's art contest. The girls realize that they misjudged Wanda and they feel incredibly guilty for never believing her stories of her 100 dresses. In the end, the girls write a letter to Wanda hoping to make amends, and they are pleasantly surprised by her willingness to forgive. It takes a large heart, it takes a very big heart to forgive those who have hurt you in any little way. So, though by now you might have come to know a lot about the chapter, because the introduction and summary in itself they contained enough of the information and content from the chapter. Yeah, this is the theme again, that this story is about a Polish girl. Polish means somebody who was from Poland and now has immigrated to some. I mean, Polish would always stand for some person who has come from Poland. Wanda Petronsky. She used to go to school with American children. She used to sit in a corner of room number 13. This was their classroom, room number 13. Among the dull students, as she didn't speak too much. Generally, this is a thought among people, among teachers, among students, that those who sit at the back benches, they are always dull and poor students. Poor not in the sense of wealth, poor in the sense of, you say, IQ, or poor in the sense of their marks. So she used to sit at that last corner seat of room number 13, and everybody thought that this is the place where dull students sit, so she must also be a dull student. She did not have any friends, although many girls talked to her. She was very poor. Wanda always used to wear a faded blue dress, so some girls used to make fun of her dresses, and the girls were Peggy and Maddie. Once Venda told them that she had 100 dresses because they had started a game, teasing game sort of with her. So whenever they would find her alone, they would start asking her question, Venda, how many dresses do you have? And she would always say proudly that she had 100 dresses all lined up in her wardrobe and around 60 pairs of shoes. At that, these girls they would laugh at her. Due to this, Vanda stopped coming to school suddenly and students did not take much notice of it. But all of them were surprised when the result of the drawing competition was declared. Wanda was declared the winner of the competition. She had submitted 100 different designs while other girls had submitted only one or two. So, this could have been some of the sketches, though not originally. This picture has been taken from some source from the net, but just to excite you people with your imagination, that this could have been the creativity of a girl who could design 100 dresses. In the next lesson we would start reading the chapter according to the explanation and text. Till then, revise and enjoy reading.